All right, everybody. I got a hot take for you. I don't even know if it's that hot, to be honest with you, but I didn't think we'd be talking about it this soon. And we have a player who's in his third year that I am going to make the argument that he is the best player in the game at his position. I'm going to make an argument for why. And I want to see your comment. Right now, throw a comment in there and guess who is the best player in the game at his position. Go ahead. See what you got. All right. And I'm going to come up with what I got in just a second. But before I do that, make sure you like this video. Make sure you leave that comment. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. We want to be your go-to source on YouTube for Detroit Lions content. And while you're there, we just started, not just a couple weeks ago, a Twitter account on X, Sports Talk Detroit. Go look us up, search for that account. And I'll even try and link it in the video below. But anyways, with all that being said, here's the guy, Penei Sewell. And I knew he was good. And you start hearing different things and you start hearing all these cool stats, which we're going to share in just a second. But he just went up against Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa this week. And he did not allow a sack. Great. We all know that. We all saw that because Jared Goff didn't get sacked. But even more than the fact that he didn't allow a sack, he didn't allow a pressure from what would be considered two of by far the best pass rushers in the NFL. He did not allow a pressure from them. So that got me thinking to myself, Penei Sewell, he comes into the league out of Oregon. He didn't play the COVID year. And then all of a sudden you're looking at it and you're like, all right, this dude is already coming into the NFL, probably going to be an elite run blocker. And he was. He was a road grader, but there was work to be done on the pass blocking. And then all of a sudden, and in year two, there was still work to be done. Like it was a good year two. He was solid, but you start wondering to yourself, like, is he elite? All right. The answer is yes, but you had some wonderings. And then all of a sudden you have year three. And in year three, what he has done has been absolutely insane. So he is the number 2 rated offensive tackle via PFF. By the way, Decker's 14. In case you're wondering, I think that's pretty good as well. But he is the number 2 rated offensive tackle on PFF. Who's he behind? I'm glad you asked. It's Christian Darrisaw of the Minnesota Vikings. So you're like, oh, well, then maybe he's not number 1. I am going to tell you why he is number 1. His grade is an 84.8, which is just a point or two behind Darrisaw. But when you look deeper into the numbers, okay, of 358 pass blocking snaps, he has 6 penalties. I get that. He has 0 sacks allowed. 0, which we know. But here's the things that are amazing to me. 1 hit. Like he only allowed the person he was blocking to touch Jared Goff 1 time. And he only allowed 5 total pressures. So what about Darrisaw? What about Christian Darrisaw? He has an overall grade of 86.1. All right, 348 snaps, pass block snaps, the exact same number of pass block snaps. All right, 2 sacks allowed. Okay, so 2 more sacks than Penei Sewell. Penei Sewell allowed 1 hit. Christian Darrisaw, 8. He has allowed 8 QB hits. So he has allowed Kirk Cousins, or now Dobbs, to get hit 8 times, touched 8 times. And he has allowed not 5, but 14 pressures. So you can sit here and you can talk about the grading however you want. But what are the actual facts are 0 sacks, 1 hit, 5 pressures. That's insanity through 10 games. He allows a pressure every other game. Are you kidding me with this? Like, I don't even really know how to quantify this. I don't know how to understand this because to me, I've never seen anything like it. This is absolute domination. I hope the Detroit Lions are going to be ready to back up the Brinks truck for this guy. And Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa had 20 combined matchups on Sunday. 20. Jared Goff dropped back to pass well over 30 times, 35 times. What that tells me is they were making sure Bosa and Mack were not lined up over Sewell because they knew they weren't going to get anything done. So there you go. That's kind of what I wanted to talk about in this one. I hope you enjoyed the video. I don't need to keep this going longer than it has to be. But yeah, there you go. Come to us. We want to be your number one spot for Lions content. Thanks for watching. And hey, we'll see you on the next one.